Celsius and Fahrenheit are two ways of measuring temperature, and we have this formula here through which you can convert one to the other. For example, you have a value in terms of degree Celsius, and you want to know the equivalent Fahrenheit value, or vice versa. You can use this formula for that. But here I am going to show how this formula is derived. How do we get this formula? So first we start with a few facts that we already know. So first of all, let's talk about the freezing temperature. So in terms of Fahrenheit, in terms of degree Fahrenheit, the freezing temperature is 32 degree Fahrenheit, and in terms of Celsius it's 0 degree Celsius. And on the other hand, we have the boiling temperature. So in terms of degree Fahrenheit, it's 212 degree Fahrenheit, and in terms of Celsius it's 100 degree Celsius. So which means that we know that 32 degree Fahrenheit is equals to 0 degree Celsius, and similarly 202 degree Fahrenheit equals 100 degree Celsius. So what I'm going to do is next plot them. Let's assume this to be the x-axis, the Fahrenheit, and the Celsius to be the y-axis, and let's plot this there. Plot the values. Actually, I don't think we need it to be this big. Let's see. So let's plot the freezing temperature first. So on the y, let me just get the value. Sure. Sorry, that's the x-axis, which represents Fahrenheit, and on the other hand, on the y-axis, it represents Celsius. So the freezing temperature, y value is 0 and f is 32. So let's assume this is that value, 32 as 0. And then the boiling temperature, we have 212 on the x-axis and 100 on the y-axis. Let's assume it's somewhere here, 202, 212 and 100. Now if we join these 2 points and extend them and extend it, so here we get a straight line. So now we are going to write an equation for the straight line. So there are many ways to, more than one ways to do this. So one of the ones you might be familiar with is this one, y equal to mx plus c, which is the slope intercept equation of a line, which we are not going to use here. There's another one which is known as the point slope equation of a line, which is y minus y1 equal to m x minus x1. So we are going to use this one. So first of all, you need to calculate. Now we have to plug the values. So for that, first of all, we have to calculate the value of the slope m. M is here. M is the slope. So m is del y by del x. Here, if you look at the change in y, 100 minus 0, and change in x is this 212 minus 32, which you get to be 100 by 180, which is 5 by 9. And here y1 and x1 are the specific points, so we can choose any one of them, either the freezing temperature, which means 32 and 0, or the boiling point. I'm going to show both of them. First of all, let's start with the let's take the freezing temperature. So in terms of y1, here in terms of y1 we are going to take 0, and in place of x1 we are going to take 32. So the equation will be as follows: y minus y1 is 0 equals 5 by 9, x minus x is 32. So this implies y equal to 5 by 9 x minus 32. Now we know that y represents Celsius, so we can replace y with C, and and x represents F, Fahrenheit, so you can replace x with F, and so we get this formula. So this formula and this formula is the same. So this is how we can derive this formula. Now, as I said, you can use the other one as well. The calculations will be a bit more steps. There will be a bit more steps in the calculations, but we'll get the same results. So let's do that one as well. Okay. Let me remove this one as well. We already know that the slope is 5 by 9. Okay. Now in this equation we are going to use these values. For y we are going to use, sorry, it's minus. For y we are replacing y1 with 100 equals 5 by 9, and then we are going to replace x1 with 212, x minus 212. Okay, now it's just algebra now, algebraic manipulation. Y equals, we take y to the 100 to the right hand side, okay, should be plus 100. Now we're going to take common denominators, so it will become, and multiply 100 by 9 so that we have common denominators. Now what you can do with 900 is, my idea is to take common denominator, a common factor of 5. On the left side we already have this 5. Now we can write 9 as we can write 900 as 5 into it should be 180. Yes, 180. It's 900. Okay, so we can take 5 common here. 5 by 9. Actually, we can do this: x minus 212 plus 180. Sorry, I've made some mistakes here. It should be y equals. So now if we do this, subtract, or if we just do this operation, what we're going to get is minus 32. Again, replace y with c and x with f. We get c equal to 5 by 9 f minus 32. So again, this equation and this equation are the same. So this is how we can derive the conversion formula from Celsius to Fahrenheit.